To our knowledge, my position as a full-time church orchestra director was the first of its kind, to our knowledge. Yeah. That was the vision of my pastor. After we had begun the orchestra program at our church, 6 years later, he saw what was happening and saw it growing, and he said, if we had you here full time, I can just see this exploding. And actually, when I left the ministry there, we had 200 instrumentalists and 4 orchestras. Wow. I was a high school band director, right, and ultimately also a college band director. My final couple of years of high school band teaching and my college years were all in Jacksonville, Florida, which is my home. And I was attending First Baptist Church of Jacksonville, which is actually the church I grew up in. My parents were attending there when I was born. So my membership in that church was actually for 55 years. When we moved to Nashville, that was the first time I'd moved my church membership in my life. Wow. And so we've been in Nashville about 12 years now. When I was teaching at the school, the minister of music, his name was R.O. Stone, and R.O. had always used instruments in the church. He had a role model. He was an evangelistic music leader, and often did revivals with preachers and traveled and that kind of thing. And he had a mentor model in his mind in the way that he led music. The man's name was Homer Rodehaver. Oh yeah. And Homer Rodehaver had a trombone up on stage, and as he would lead, people would be singing, and he'd pick up the trombone and play along with them. And R.O. just said that was something he wanted to learn to do. And R.O. never was a great trombonist by any means, but he learned to do it enough to be able to do that. And he just loved instrumental music within worship. That was something he always loved. And the church that he had served prior to coming to Jacksonville, he actually had a little small band that played on occasion there, and 3 of the trumpet players were his 3 sons. And when he came to our church in Jacksonville, he learned about me, found out about me as a band director, and asked if I might be interested in starting an instrumental group at the church. And I knew nothing about doing anything within church ministry or anything like that, but I knew how to direct a band. And so that was kind of the beginning of our instrumental ensemble there in 1971.